Okay, back here, and in the last lesson I said I would bring out the Coptic alphabet to give you an idea of the different letters within the alphabet and the Coptic alphabet. And I was able to find something that I printed out from CopNet years ago, back in the 90s, that I used to help me become familiar with the Coptic alphabet. So I'm looking at that here. You see, this is the Coptic alphabet from CopNet. And this is back in the mid-90s that I printed this out. And turn here. Just want to remind you, I'm not familiar 100% know how to say the Coptic letters in their like standalone form, but the important part is to get to the pronunciation of the letter so that you can use it when you're trying to read. You can recognize the letter and sound it out. Some of the letters do change their sound based on where they are in the word. Okay? So let's start here, and I'm going to try to go in order. I'm reading this from the iPhone kind of backwards, but what I'll do is go through it the best I can to lead you through some of the alphabet. Before I start this, you know what, let me see if it says how many letters there are. No, it does say Greek was understood in Alexandria. In fact, many Greek words entered the Egyptian Coptic language at that time. The Egyptians adopted a phonetic Greek alphabet for their language since about 200 BC. To suit their language, they incorporated some demotic letters that varied from 11 to 5, and finally settled for 7 plus 1, forming a 32 alphabet for the Coptic language. So I guess it has 32 letters. So let's go through. Let me see what it says. Yep, and this here, this document has 32 letters. Let's look at it. This first letter here, it says it is alpha. Alpha. And some of these may not sound proper based on what the transliteration here says, but I'm going to try to do my best. Alpha, Vita, Gamma, okay, Delta, what's this? A, Sol. Some of these I have to turn and look because I can't see it back. Zeta. Okay. And this one here is Eta. Okay. Theta. Iota. Iota. This one. Then you have Kappa. Lola. In the Greek that's lambda, but here's Lola. Okay. Then you have Me. And this is a Ne. Then you have Exi. All. Let's turn the page here. P, Ro, Sima. Looks like a C, but it sounds like Sima. It's a S sound. Tav, epsilon. This is phi. Hey. This is epsi, I think. This is, epsi. Then here, before we cover this, see? This is O. Then you have she. Then we have number 27 is Phi. Then you have here Chai, and Ori, and Genga. This is the next one, 31, Sima. And the last one here is T. A T sound, T, and that's what it sounds like in the actual word. So, it says here a little bit about that bar, the short bar that I mentioned yesterday's lesson. The short bar is called, says here, a jinkum, okay? And it says, I'll just read that. It says, in addition to the above letters, the Coptic language uses a special symbol called the jinkum as an apostrophe. The jinkum looks like the Latin apostrophe. Oh, I'm sorry, that I said that incorrectly. It looks like the Coptic language makes use of abbreviations as well, with words that are used frequently. An abbreviated word can be recognized by a bar on its top. For example, the word Jesus Christ, pronounced Isos Christos, in Coptic is abbreviated like this. So that jinkum is something different, I think. But this is the bar here, Isos Christos. See how we have the bar, short bar over the word. Okay. So this, I just wanted to introduce again the 32 letters of Coptic and give you an idea of the letters that we are dealing with here, that we're trying to learn and become familiar with, so that we can read Coptic. I don't know the letter names by heart, all of them, like the alpha, beta, vita, gamma, theta, but I've gotten to the point where I can recognize the letter in the writing and in the hymns and sound out what that letter means. And that is what we need to be able to go through and be able to become reading the Coptic. All right. Sorry for some of the mistakes here. Again, I'm not perfect with these things, but the point of this is to show you that you can how to begin learning to read Coptic, and understanding that you don't have to be perfect at the letters or alphabet before you start to do that. Let's get to a point where we can start sounding out words in the hymns and following along and feeling confident. That's important. All right? Thanks a lot. Speak soon.